What's up, everybody? This is Joe D, and this Share a Beer 310, right? Let me double check. Yeah, 310 and 310 episodes. Um, it's a weekly show here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, and where you can bring a beer and or not, and we'll talk about anything to do with beer or anything that would have to do with that we'd sit in a pub and talk at a table while having a few beers. Kind of just an open platform, just to sit around and talk about whatever. So right now I'm having some raspberries. See, having some raspberries. Trying to eat a little more healthier. You know what I'm saying? I have these apps that I use. Let me show you. See, there's my health apps, right? So you can see. So those are the apps that I use mostly. I use the Up app, which was part of that band that I had for a while. I don't have it anymore. That like fitness tracker, and then I use a Map My Fitness to map all my walks, and then My Fitness Pal, which keeps track of your diet and so forth, everything to do with what you eat, and then it helps keep you on track of your goals and so forth. So that's what I do, and then that allows me to drink beer. And it does have all the different, quite a few different beers in there. So, if I exercise enough, then and I keep my diet right, then I'm allowed enough room to have some beers. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the purpose of that, and still stay kind of reasonably healthy, right? So. Because we ain't getting no younger, and now that I am my status is single, I have to take care of myself. So you're kind of forced to take care of yourself a little more, so you don't have someone else there helping you out with that. So lots of water these days. Hey, Zach, good to see you, man.
What's going on?
Oh, I was just rambling on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's always good.
So what's the latest, man? What are you drinking?
Some Tommy Knocker Nut Brown.
Oh, I haven't had that in a while.
Yeah, it's always a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one. What's the latest at Chain Reaction?
Just staying busy, just all the time.
Good. That's excellent, man. That's a good thing. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I was trying to think. There was something I was going to ask you. I'm trying to see if next time I seen you here on the show, I was going to ask you something, and I bet you I forgot to write it down. Oh man, yeah, I sure did.
That's how it goes sometimes.
Normally, I'll get a thought while I'm driving, and I'll at least like tell Siri to write it down for me. You know what I'm saying? And I must not have got to it. Sometimes that's the only problem with these big ass phones is they light up at night. You know what I'm saying? And I drive at night, and so if I get a thought, sometimes I'm in a zone where there's gonna be some cops. You know what I'm saying? And this thing it'll light up the whole inside of the cab of the truck. So I don't want to, So sometimes I have to wait a few minutes, and I'm like, yeah. By then something happens and I'll forget or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm having some raspberries, trying to eat a little healthier. You know what I'm saying? To eat healthier snacks and so forth. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It can't hurt.
Yeah.
So, but have you made anything with raspberries lately?
We haven't done anything with raspberries. We're doing. Let's see, what have we done with fruit lately? Um, been using a lot of rose hips.
Oh,
Like,
rose hips.
yeah, the roses. Lots of nut stuff this season. All the nuts, the pecans and the yeah,
It's just
the walls there.
it's there. You know what I'm saying? It's right on. Where are you getting the pecans from?
Just supermarket.
Okay. So it's not a specific.
No, so we do those. We're doing stuff with some walnuts, hazelnuts, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
A lot of stuff with coffee lately.
Ooh, nice. Now what? Now there's a coffee's a broad
Yeah.
range. So what kind of flavor were you going for with your coffee?
It just depends on the beers. I mean, unlike the Irish stouts, I like the really big, bold, bitter black coffees.
Uh huh.
Um, but we do a white stout that I just use the lightest roast coffee I can and get that like sweeter, like fruity coffee flavor from it.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, we did that. Let's see, we did a coffee cream ale, which was really good.
Oh yeah. What was that like?
It was really good. We just used a nice basic light roast coffee, um, and just got that and then cold steeped it, and then added it to the keg. I like cold brewing the coffees a lot more because it doesn't get as acidic.
Okay. And you still get a pretty intense flavor, really.
Oh yeah, you get that great coffee flavor, but not all
Yeah.
the acid.
Yeah.
So, doing that, a lot of stuff with chocolate still. Now the springtime's coming around, we'll start doing the blondes and all that kind of stuff.
And and a few more creams too, as well, and stuff like that.
Yeah, we're brewing this week. So at the end of this month, it's craft beer week. So there's a bunch of brewers. I think there's like 12 of us, plus there's other ones in the state, all getting together and doing collaborations. Kind of to say fuck you to Bud.
From that commercial, still they've been
Yeah,
showing that commercial a lot too.
yeah. So tomorrow we're brewing a big collaboration. It's everybody in the industry, media, brewers, everybody. We'll go to this one brewery and we'll brew a pumpkin peach blonde ale. And then,
So you're gonna make the actual beers there.
yeah, we'll do a pumpkin peach blonde tomorrow. And then at my place, we're going to brew a pumpkin peach cream ale.
How's it? Have you brewed it already? I mean, how's it coming out?
No, it'll be cool.
Okay.
It'll be fun. Everybody's thinking, like, just take, like, the squash earthiness of a pumpkin,
Yeah.
and then use, like, the sweetness and do, like, the peach pie type thing.
Okay, so get the like hardiness that a peach that a squash would give you.
Yeah,
Right?
I know another brewery up here brewed a pumpkin peach Baltic porter,
Uh-huh.
which should be pretty good.
Wow, that sounds interesting.
Somebody's doing one of the saisons, all kinds of stuff.
A lot of saisons, huh? Saisons are really.
It's about saison season. Um, yeah, we just did a red saison for like this early springtime.
Uh-huh.
That should be kind of fun, like a maltier saison. Lots of pale ales coming out.
It sounds. How did that red saison turn out?
That one will be on tap in like 2 weeks. So
Oh, in 2 weeks. Okay.
it was turning out really good when I looked at it. So
Hey guys,
Hey, Mark, what's up?
Sorry,
Hey,
I'm
Barrett,
late.
how
I
you doing?
have to take care of the kitty cats.
Oh, hey, you know, I'm not,
Hey,
hey,
I had to take care of the cat, man.
whatever you got to do, keep your marriage together, brother. You know what I'm saying? Take care of that kitty all you can, man. You
Gotta
know what
feed
I'm
the
saying?
kitty. Gotta feed the kitty.
Feed the kitty as much as possible.
Mm. How's it going, guys? Hey, Zach, I haven't seen you in a while, man.
How's it going?
Oh, wow.
I know. I was telling him I know there were some things I've been meaning to ask him next time he jumped in, and for some reason I can't remember. Plus, I forgot to write them down, so now I really won't remember. I misremember a lot of stuff these days. I have to eat something, Mark. What can you eat that'll enhance your memory?
Beer? Wait.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wait, let me. I had something, but I forgot about it. I can't remember now. Oh, wait.
Exactly. Hey, you know what, Zach? Last week we talked a little bit about beer. A guy that made some beer with wastewater. Did you
Yeah, I
hear
saw
about
that.
that? What are your thoughts on that?
The instant thought I had was, isn't all beer brewed with wastewater technically? Because most of the beer that we drink or have flowing through our municipalities is all treated and from the wastewater plants. So
That is true.
um, yeah, I didn't see a big deal, especially since he distilled it and then just added his own stuff to it.
Yeah. It's almost
It's
like
probably a
he
lot
cleaned
better
it up
than
more than regular municipal wastewater.
Yeah,
As far as
because
cleaning.
all they're doing is adding chlorine to it.
Yeah.
And he chlorined it and then dechlorined it
Yeah.
And then distilled it.
and then distilled it. Yeah, I mean, it's the fact that someone puts a glass of beer in front of you and goes, "This was made from wastewater." You know what I'm saying? Just so you know, here, this used to be piss. Here you go.
I think that just saying that is like a marketing thing, but really when you break it down, like all water that we have is wastewater.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no one's going that deep. You know what I'm saying? No one's going, someone put a glass in front of your face. You know what I'm saying? Most people just serve you a beer. Here, man. Here you go.
Yeah, nobody's using that as marketing.
You know what I'm saying? This cat, and that ended up being all over the place.
He got a lot of play on that, man.
Because I saw it all over the place. After I saw that initial article from that, what was it, a farm blog or something, Mark?
Yeah.
And then right after that, my beer blogs, everybody was just kind of like talking about, would you make at least some sort of opinion piece or whatever the case may be from wastewater.
Mm-hmm.
It was like last week's topic, it seemed like.
Yeah.
Now, I'm convinced some of them cats watch this show because I swear to God, we'll talk about something and then the next thing you know, man, I'll see like opinion pieces on stuff that we talk about. I'm like, hey, whatever, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But,
We we have a lot more influence than we think.
Hey, anybody used any creative or any cool sort of beer device lately? Any kind of beer accessory lately?
No. Unless you consider a can an accessory.
Well, the cans.
I got this new bottle opener that's
yeah, something like that.
Thing that I went to. It just like you put it on the top of the bottle and push it down. Pulls the cap off. Yeah. I don't think it's new, but I got it for free. So.
But yeah, it's new to you, and no, those have been around forever. And when I used to make my beer caps, and I might do that again, my beer cap magnets. I used to want one of those because they keep the cap really in mint.
Yeah, they're nice. Trying to think what else I might have had. I got a new flashlight. That's cool.
Really? That's beer related, is it?
It's bright. I don't know. I got it. I went to a brewing seminar 2 weekends ago and just got a bunch of free shit. So
A brewing seminar. Now that's what Colorado does for you, right there. That's
yeah, it was for the whole Rocky Mountain region, down at the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs.
Mm-hmm.
Rocky Mountain Microbrew Symposium. That's what it was called, and it's like 10 hours of just going and listening to speakers. Like, we had a guy talk about malting, and another guy that actually owns one of the malt farms here in Colorado, marketing and distribution, and then all about dry hopping and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
really well. Give us a little taste of what that malting expert would have talked about. What did he just kind of give us a brief?
Just a lot about the crops. How everybody's so worried about a hop shortage, but there really shouldn't be. There should be more worried about a barley shortage than anything.
That's what I always wonder. Yeah, I always wonder that stuff, man. Really.
That the barley costs will go up a little bit here soon, and just because of when the grains get too wet, they pre-germinate in the when they're in the fields, and that's bad.
Yeah,
but just different techniques, really getting into a good maltster is giving you really good quality grains through and through that are, they're still fresh as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seems like hops is the sexier of the beer ingredients, right? So
it definitely is, because there's science to hops, but there's pretty much you just pull them off, you test them for their acids and pelletize them or whatever. With grain, it's a whole process. It has to go through the drying, and you can't germinate it, and it's kilned, and modification percentages relate to the brewing process. 100-something years ago, when grain was only modified 50%, you had this, double the mash, and that's when you had to get into acid and protein rests and all that kind of stuff. Instead of just now, you can get almost any grain you want and just throw it in there at 150, and you're good after an hour, 90 minutes.
It's a lot easier now than it used to be.
Yeah, just because the science of malting has come up so far in the past 100 years.
Mm-hmm. The grains are in better quality overall now too. So
yeah. I always wonder, kind of. I guess that might have been something that I was wanting to ask, was more about the agricultural side. Like, the more that you find yourself brewing and the more successful you've been getting at it, not that you're Bill Gates or anything, but your business has been growing steadily.
There's a lot of agricultural stuff that goes on. You care about the weather, you care about what these guys are putting on these grains, and you start looking at it, and just the Colorado Malting Company produces millions upon millions of pounds of grain every year.
Well, this is we are getting really, we're not talking numbers, but we're getting a little beer geeky right here, you know what I'm saying? But I feel that, when we have someone like Barrick, of course, but like Zach in here, that we need to take advantage of that knowledge, and as he's growing, and so as he gets more knowledge, that's more knowledge he can share with us.
It's a lot to take in, and even I fell asleep 5 times at the
That's what she said, man.
Hey, I will say though, I'm really thankful for Zach, because today I ordered some experimental hops that he turned me on to.
You're going to love them. Pine fruit is like, I can't even keep that shit on the shelf right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going through the kegs of it so quick. I have some of the experimental grapefruit, and I haven't tried it yet, but I heard it's just as good.
Well, I bought both of them.
You're going to love them.
I bought.
And the pricing is great, right?
Right, it's cheaper than what I pay at my local place for Cascade.
Because you got, what, 8 ounces for, like, what, $12?
The experimental grapefruit was 12, and the other one was 14.
Yeah, so that's still not bad. That's still like
not bad at all.
Less than $2 an ounce.
Yeah, I'm paying $2 an ounce for mine plus tax, so you know it's all good.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool to see how those turn out with some new hops.
And I think I'm gonna just kind of single hop them. Maybe put a bittering hop, something different. But I'd really like to just single hop both to see what they're like.
Yeah, pine fruit, I single hop with it, and it's a great hop to do it with.
Okay.
It is a little bit more powerful than citrus, so you may need to cut your volumes on it a little bit, but it's good. I can't wait to try this one that I got coming out next week. It's the experimental Auto Supreme. It's supposed to have like notes of pineapple and guava and stuff to it.
Wow. And where does that come from?
That's another American breeding program thing.
Oh, wow.
They have so many.
Did you try the experimental, it was called lemon zest or something?
The lemon zest is good. Super lemony.
I didn't order that, but I thought about it.
It's a lot like, I think it's a little brighter than Sriracha Ace. That's a good one. Sriracha Ace is a Japanese hop that throws a lot of like lemon type flavors.
Okay.
Yeah, I was watching and I heard you were using some of the Nelson Sauvignon.
Yeah, I didn't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, that's it.
Those are dope pops.
They're good or bad?
I love them.
Yeah, I got one in the fermenter right now.
They're so juicy and fragrant.
That's juicy. I love that, man. Juicy.
No, I put 2 ounces in the last 2 minutes, and I'm dry hopping it with 2 ounces.
Sweet.
See how that turns out. With a really light Pilsen malt, and I think I bittered it with Mount Hood.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I just want a nice lawnmower beer. That's a juicy lawnmower beer.
Well, when you got to run the lawnmower all year, you got to do it.
Yep. And we do here, but I don't do it. Somebody does it for me.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
So what would that end up being, about, what, 5%, Barrick, ABV?
The one that's in the fermenter, I think, is going to be like 5.5, something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
All my beers turn out 4.5 to 6. That's about it.
It's a good range.
Yeah, I like to keep it reasonable.
Yeah, it's like
to me.
half session, baby session. And you got to get that 10% Colorado session level.
Yeah. Speaking of session beers, I've been so into some of the new session like pales and IPAs that have been coming out up here. Oscar Blues has Pinner out, which is like a 4.6% IPA.
Oh, okay.
Which is just awesome.
I like that.
Wincoop has a like 5.2% pale ale out that's great. Epic just put out a beer called Copper. That's a copper pale ale, and it is just malty but like floral, and they're all session beers, and they're all super good.
Yeah.
I really dig just a good session beer anymore. It's kind of like everything got so hoppy for a while and like so intense that just a good calm session beer is just just right. You know, of course, I'm not in it for the buzz. You know, everyone has different motives. You know what I'm saying? But just a good, refreshing, whether it have a lot of body or not to it, is just very welcomed right now. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you guys ever tried the Invasion from Cigar City?
Yeah, it's a good one.
I haven't had that
To me,
one.
that is, it's just as hoppy as their High Life, but it's much lighter and refreshing. It's a little less alcohol, 5%. It's like an all-day IPA. They call it a pale ale, but it's got the hops of an IPA and really pointed citrusy hops. I mean, I'm sure they're using Cascade, Centennial, that kind of stuff. Not looked it up, but it's very citrusy.
Hmm.
And by the way, I am sticking with my theme for the last, 3 weeks, Joe? Local beers?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I went to the store today, and they had new ones again today.
Mm.
They have
Excellent.
almost a whole cooler of them. When I first joined you guys, I could not find a
Yeah.
Florida beer.
I remember you saying, yeah.
Yeah.
And now they're just coming out of the woodwork. I got this. This is one from Cape Canaveral. It is Devil's Triangle IPA
Okay.
from Florida Beer, and actually it's an IPA. Tastes like shit, but you know what? It's a Florida beer.
Hey, you gotta support the home team.
Yeah.
No, I take it. It doesn't taste bad. It just doesn't taste like an IPA. It's more malty than it
Okay,
is.
that's more fair, yeah.
More malty than it is IPA-ish to me.
Because I'm sure they're going, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Even when I smelled it, all I smelled was, I smell malts. I don't even hardly smell any hops.
No hops. Yeah.
Yeah,
And the guy at the store told me it would be that way.
Okay, so
After I bought it.
after, yeah, but
After I bought it. But I got one more in there I'm going to try while I'm on the show, and he said that one was really good, so I'm kind of looking forward to trying the next one.
yeah, go with the bad news first, and then finish with the good news, right? Hopefully, you hope,
Yep.
Hey, Mark, what's a beer that you've had recently, or even in the past, way in the past, that is no longer made that you really miss, like you would really love to try again?
Ooh,
Oh,
I know the answer to that.
I've had a lot of beers I like. The question is, which ones are still available?
What do you think, Derek?
Old Frauenslosh.
Old what?
Old Frauenslosh.
Frauenslosh.
The stale pale ale with the foam on the bottom. That was brewed by Pittsburgh Brewing Company back in the 70s and 80s.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll tell you mine. I know this. I can say this without even thinking. New Holland Brewery, when they first started, they made their Ichabod, which they still make, but they changed the recipe drastically.
Oh, okay.
It used to be like 7.2, and I lived in Michigan, and when you would drink that, it was just like drinking fall. I mean, pumpkin pie, spices, all that kind of stuff. It was what I drank constantly, and when it was only in season, in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go to every liquor store and I'd buy up everything I could to try to keep it through spring. Then they changed the recipe, and now it's watery and.
What did they turn it into? Just like try to make it like a macro craft beer or something?
I think New Holland kind of went that way. I mean, it went from a 7.2 to a 5%. And it's just watery. And man, if I could find that old recipe, or if they would make that recipe again, I would call my brother and have him send me cases of it.
Yeah. Huh. That's too bad. They went mainstream with it to try to appeal to more people because they had a name that people liked, I bet. And they're like,
They did the same thing with their Mad Hatter or IPA. They changed the recipe and dulled it down.
Did they get bought by some large brewer that we don't know about?
So, not that I know of.
Huh.
I think when they first came out, I mean, this was Let me see, my kids were like 5. This is like 20 years ago when craft brew was just kind of starting to take off.
Mm-hmm.
And they made really strong, good stuff. And I think it was a little too much. So they kind of backed down and made it more watery. And
Okay. So it was good, but not enough people were buying it, basically. So like, we got to make
I'm guessing that's right.
Yeah.
But now they make their Imperials and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they only make it for people who visit the, the pub or whatever.
Okay, so they don't bottle it; they just have it available in the tasting room.
Some of it's bottled and you can get it, but a lot of it you can only get at the pub, or at the brew house there.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
So what do you think, Zach? What can you think of a beer? I know you've probably got a list of them. But, a beer that you really would like to have again one more time, or something that they just don't make anymore, or not the same. They don't make it the same.
Oh, I think you got to look at the lists from New Belgium.
Yeah, that's
who
good.
discontinued a lot of beers. Mighty Arrow was a really good one. One of my favorites. Let's see. I really like Great Divide Colette, and you don't really see that around very much anymore.
Yeah.
You see
What
that
was
at
that?
a couple. Great Divide's Colette. It was like their light farmhouse ale.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great one. Let's see. One it's not discontinued, but they don't bottle it anymore. You can only get it at the tap room. Is Breckenridge Trademark Pale Ale. I love that beer. I think Ska Brewing's 10-Pin Porter was always really good.
Oh, they stopped making that?
Yeah,
that's been gone. For
I
about
remember that.
That was a good one. I've had that a few times.
Boulder Beers, New Planet Porter. That one's been gone for quite a few years now, and as much as I love Shake, New Planet was a really good porter. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there really is a lot. I know it was opening a can of worms, but I was thinking about that. I was like, you get to missing certain beers, you know what I'm saying? So I was just curious what other people's favorite. I need to open that Q&A. I don't know why I haven't. Okay, there's no one in there.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, he goes. Bum says old frothed slosh is occasionally revived by Iron City.
Yeah. Yep. I just, as Joe was just talking, I pulled up the site, Bum, and I found August 10th, 2012. They did a comeback tour of Old Frothed Slosh. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. It's just crap beer, but it was a great marketing concept.
Now I was wondering. I think of Sam Adams years ago when I first got into this, at least, back in 2008, and I remember their specialty beers. One of my faves was the chocolate Bock, and it only came out every 2 years.
Okay.
It was in a bomber, and they had the special bottle, and I know they still make it, but it's not quite the same, like Barrick was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's beers like that for me. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, I think everyone knows, and I might get a lot of thumbs down on this, but I truly did really like Bud American Ale, and I thought that was really.
We don't say that name in here anymore.
I know, that's what I was gonna. Yeah. I thought that was really a unique beer for them. I thought it was a breakthrough for them, because I thought it was the best crafty beer that I have seen Macro make. Period. I haven't seen Macro make a beer on that scale that was literally available everywhere. That was that decent. That you could even put up next to a craft beer that actually had a Bud on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not one of the breweries that they've bought, and it kind of, you know, is Bud, but not really Bud. You know, but
Mm-hmm.
I do miss that beer. I really do. I used to drink it all the time.
Yeah. It was a solid beer. I mean, there wasn't anything wrong about it at all. It was straight up, very drinkable and.
Right. And it was, and for a macro like that, to make a beer like that, and it was all American.
Which one was it, Joe, again? I'm trying to listen to you outside. I'll be right back.
Oh,
Which
okay.
one was it?
The Bud American Ale. I don't know if you ever had it. Did you ever have it?
I did. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was really good.
What it was.
Yeah, for you know what I'm saying? Exactly. It was. I thought it was their best attempt.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really. I remember having it, and I remember being really, pleasantly shocked by it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was available. It was reasonably priced, and then just all of a sudden, boom, gone. It was like, wow.
Yeah, you wonder what made them just drop it like that. Just not enough sales, I'm sure.
Now I know that they've made some specialty beers that only certain people get a hold of, and I would really be interested to try some of those. I know sometimes they come in champagne bottles. Sometimes they come in bombers, and they're actually labeled Budweiser, and they're specialty beers, and only certain people, they only brew so much, and only certain people get to try them. I would really be interested to see what one of those is like. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's an actual better Budweiser or what, but stuff like that. You know me, man. Stuff like that always interests me.
Yeah. Well, they have the which ones is it? That they only give out to distributors and that type of thing.
Yeah, they were more big on it years ago. I don't know that they still do it, maybe, but I haven't.
They do. They do like a holiday ale that is only for distributors and that type of thing.
Yeah, it's really, and it comes in a really nice box. You know what I'm saying, with glasses and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty sweet. I know that if you can get on their list, which I was kind of trying for a while, but it's kind of hard. They have a lot of people knocking at their door.
Yeah.
It's hard to get into their PR, but it would have been really cool. Of course, they probably have some kind of specialty Lime-A-Rita.
Oh yeah, like a holiday Rita. Holiday Rita.
No, someone. Okay, wait. Someone messaged me on Google Plus and said there was a new Rita.
Oh, what kind?
Yeah, they told me. What was it? Yeah,
that's did. Breaking news. I mean, stop the presses, man.
I know. Yeah, I know. We do have to find out. What? Well, let me see. Let me go to my. Yeah, it should be in here. Let me see. They did. Yeah, they said there was a new Rita. Who? I think it was Ruben. I think
it was Ruben.
Okay.
Was it?
Yep, I saw it. It's a lemonade one.
Oh, is it? Okay, that's it.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I could see lemonade. That would be a good one.
Orange Blossom IPA.
Is that from the same brewery, the Cape Canaveral?
That one was in Fort Canaveral, and this one is from Lakeland, where the Florida strawberries come from.
Okay.
Florida strawberries, Lakeland.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard a lot of good things about this brewery, so this is my first sip from them. Yeah. That's refreshing. I like it.
There we go. 2 thumbs up.
Well, thumb up and a thumb sideways.
Okay.
It's not really hoppy. It's not too hoppy yet. I guess, I just had a Citra Bomb from me, and a lot of these don't taste
Yeah, that's
There's
kind of a having one of those and then having something else that's kind of like a palate wrecker to a certain extent before
Yeah,
you.
probably.
Yeah, the hops kind of wipe out the taste
This
buds
is
for a
really
while.
good.
Dude, they've actually got some pretty cool recipes on their Lime Rita website here, man.
Really?
They
Cooking
do.
with Rita?
They let me see. Lime Rita, Mango Rita.
It's like Christmas morning. What is it, Jeff?
Okay, let me share the screen here. This is breaking news right here.
There we go.
You're seeing it here. Watch. Let me go to the screen here. There it is.
Lemonade Rita.
Lemonade Rita.
Hey, zero fat, 196, 8% AB. Okay, that's kind of their standard ABV.
Yeah, 8% is the standard.
With a twist of Bud Light.
Let's see, Bud Light Lime Lemonade Rita has the great taste of lemon margarita with a twist of Bud Light Lime for a delightfully refreshing finish. Hey, man, Rita Nation right now is giving a big clap.
Yeah,
that one's got to be good.
That's got to be good for the summer. I would hope it's less syrupy than regular Limerita. Maybe not though. Maybe just syrupy lemon.
Oh man, yeah, we gotta try. I gotta try that.
They
right?
gotta do watermelon Rita. Watermelon Rita.
Now you gotta see some of these recipes. Let me see if it'll go back to that page where I was at. So this right now is
I'll
all
see you
their.
guys next week. I'm getting a stove delivered, so I gotta.
Oh,
right.
okay, Zach. Hey, thanks for jumping in, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, Zach. See you.
Take care, buddy.
Have fun
Thanks.
cooking on that new stove.
So you got Limerita, Raspberryta, Strawberryta,
Yeah,
Mango Rita,
Cranberry Rita.
and Lemonade Rita.
They need a watermelon Rita. That would be a perfect summer Rita. A watermelon Rita.
Oh, I know. We've been saying that too, and I
We have.
wonder what's the deal with that. You know?
Let's go, Mr. InBev dude.
Oh, I would bet I'm
You're
gonna.
watching.
Oh, you know they're gonna have that Lemonade Rita at the races when I go to the race on the 15th. NASCAR, that is. Let me see. Let me go. I want you to see some
Or
of
is
these.
that this week? Is that this week or next week?
The 15th?
Next week.
Yeah, that's next week. Yeah.
So they had a week break between Atlanta and Phoenix, then I guess, huh?
Yeah, where are they now? Vegas?
Oh, they're in Vegas. That's right. Yep, they're in Vegas this week. Okay.
So yeah, you look at these different recipes. They got apricot Rita recipe, basil, cilantro, jalapeno Collins recipe.
Okay.
That sounds kind of good.
I'll accept that Limerita next to it. All right.
Cherry cucumber Collins.
All right, with the lit.
I like this one, Al Diablo Piquito recipe.
Okay, so they're adding some hot sauce to it.
Yeah, cucumber mint.
Ooh, okay.
Look at that lime.
Spa. You ladies can have that at the spa. With
At the spa, exactly. You can have all 5 pinkies out at the same time.
That's right.
Lime agua fresca.
Yo.
Huh?
If you hold all 5 out, how you holding the glass?
You're at the spa. Somebody's letting you. They're holding it, and you're sipping out of the straw.
Gotcha.
You got cucumbers on your eyes. You're kind of sipping out.
You know.
You have the spa assistant.
And you're sipping it from the straw, right? Yeah.
By the pool.
I don't know how that was going to work. I got.
At least that's what it was last week when I went to the spa. You know, they did that for me.
Exactly. Yeah, when I go, yeah. Oh, I don't know about this one. Lime chelada recipe. Yeah, you can keep every single bit of that. I'm not a chelada person.
Now I want to see like real recipes. I want Limerita marinated fajitas or something. You know,
Ooh, look at this
fajita meat.
A lime mojito.
Ooh, okay. Some muddled whatever they use, mint.
Lime sangria. Yeah.
Lime sunset.
Orange ginger martini.
Oh man.
That might pomegranate cocktail.
Jack of all trades. There we go. That's like the punch.
Yeah. Some of these don't seem too bad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. You know, it's not beer, but I mean, for a mixed drink, it might be pretty good.
Yeah, you know, exactly. Yeah, some of those. I bet you, man. I bet you that lemonade one's gonna be kick-ass. It's got to be good.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes almost more sense than lemonade-arita.
It almost does, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah.
if they could mix a little bit of that sourness, if they could make it a little sour with the sweet, it might be all right.
Yeah. Well, we expect you to give it a test review in 2 weeks as you're sitting in the grandstands.
Oh, you know, we got to give it a full go. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would expect 24-ounce cans of that at the races. I mean, they always have Lime-A-Rita at the races. They do. They always do. They have many different kinds of Ritas.
Yeah.
So, Rita Nation should be very proud.
And what's a 24-ounce can of Rita go for at a NASCAR race? Like $8?
Yeah, what do you pay? I want to 7 or 8. Yeah, it might be 7 or 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll gosh, I don't remember.
Yeah, it'll be $8 well spent, Joe. We expect a full review on the 16th.
Exactly.
Or the 17th, yeah, the 17th. 2 weeks from today, we expect a full
I gotta
review.
put that hashtag in there.
Rita Nation or Lemonade Rita.
What do they call it? ADD? Was it just AD? ADD Rita, right? Yeah, we gotta put that in there. I mean, that's a staple. That's a breaking news right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then we have Bum said his favorite long lost beer. That's a better way to describe it. Is that McEdwin's Edinburgh Ale from Scotland?
Mm-hmm.
Possibly the first dark beer I ever had. Haven't had it since the late '80s. Wow.
McEwen's Edinburgh. I don't remember ever seeing that. I used to go to
I
a place
definitely
in
never
Colorado
did.
called Old Chicago back in the day, like mid late '80s, and they had a lot of the McEwen's stuff. And I drank a lot of European beers. Not that I can remember them now, but like the first craft beer was imported European beer. I mean, that's really when the first craft beer in America was all the European stuff they imported.
I wish I could remember half the beers I had when I was in Germany. I wish.
Oh, yeah, you probably had.
I mean, wow.
Well, every town has a brewery there. I mean, it's all the local beers.
You're absolutely right. Of course, I wasn't into craft beer then. You know what I'm saying? I was just into beer and getting hammered. But
Yeah.
it was true. Every little small town, and I mean some of these towns are small,
Mhm.
had a brew pub. Almost every single one of them. I mean, and some of them,
made their own.
yeah. I mean, and that's where they hung out. They would hang out at those pubs, and a lot of times we would be in the field, doing our stupid army stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our training, and they would give you a break, and then you could, go. Oh, I don't know if they do it anymore. I don't know. This might be totally against policy, whatever. But they would give us breaks, and we would go in our little Hummers and hang out at the pubs, man. And dear God.
Did they call them like? Was it like, okay, now it's hammer time?
Yeah, that was the true hammer time. And actually, that's when hammer was a big deal. Yes.
Yeah, it was the late '80s.
Tells you how
90s,
long ago
yeah.
that was. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was man. I don't. Let's just say I don't remember having a bad beer.
Nothing wrong with that.
And that was even in the days when, I was young and wasn't into craft beer. You know what I'm saying? And I don't remember. I remember having some that were stronger than others as far as like a punginess or something, or just a taste, just a hoppiness, that I wasn't quite ready for,
Mm-hmm.
But I don't. And then, like I say too, man, they used to mix a lot of sodas with Weissens and stuff, and so there were some of those I didn't really care for. You know, I was like, yeah, nah, you know, but they would do that a lot.
Well, that's kind of, that was kind of me with New Holland, because I'd never really had craft beer.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, there's this brewery in my town, 5 minutes away from where I lived, and now they're pretty big. New Holland's really big.
Yeah, they are.
I remember one other beer they had, which was an apricot beer. And it wasn't like drinking apricots. It was just like everything they made at the beginning was really strong.
Okay.
In flavor. And I remember that apricot beer, it's just like drinking a really nice strong ale. And at the very back finish of it, you just kind of like smell some apricot. And even my wife loved it, but they don't make that no more either. So there's another one I miss.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish they'd pick that one back up. Or someone would. You don't see many apricot beers.
No. Apricot's I think it's a good flavor in beer.
Yes, it's not overwhelming, It's just kind of...
And then I don't know if you guys heard that part or not, but Zach was talking about he was actually making that same beer that Budweiser is making fun of, a peach pumpkin ale, and borrowing a lot of the flavors from the squashiness of the pumpkin with the flavor of the peach. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if you couldn't get that apricot texture, because that has kind of like a similar texture to it. I wonder if you could get that kind of, from the body in the beer. You know what I'm saying? That apricot, and not have it so apricot-y. I guess it would be more like in the background and just get that real nice. You know what I'm saying? That would be kind of interesting too, because some beers have a pumpkin. We've talked about this 100 times, and like a real actual, you cut the darn pumpkin and bit into it taste, where it's not so sweet or anything like that. It's just pumpkin-y. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It doesn't taste like pumpkin pie. It tastes like pumpkin.
Hey, Barrick put that in there perfectly. I did the same thing he did last week. He went off into this thing, and it's one of these, Barrick. Yeah, man. You gotta be on a certain level to understand this stuff, man. You know what I'm saying?
Or on no level. Might be on a level. Just go with the flow. Really.
Or a lower level. That's what it is. You gotta, you're not
going to sink down to our level here. We just cut to the chase. Whatever that is.
Yeah. See, you thought this was water, but it's... That's hilarious. Yeah, no, it was. That's one of those moments, I guess. That's hilarious. No, I was looking at some beer news here. A Rogue Ale puts sriracha in beer. So apparently they had every day. I haven't read the article. I'm not even going to pretend like I have. Let me see. Let me put it. Oops. Yeah, because they're talking about 30 truckloads of red chilies, and I doubt they're putting that much red chili in their beer.
That'd be a big ass batch of beer. That's for
sure. It depends on the batch size.
Yeah, dude, that's a Budweiser size batch right there. Come on, that's not. Let me put the link in the chat, so you guys can check it out as well at the same time. And then I'll put the link too in the show here as well.
Yeah. Oh, look at that! That's the hot sauce stuff.
Yeah.
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 Oh, I got like 2 of those in my fridge right now.
Yeah.
Oh, do you? That
Yeah.
beer?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No.
No, not the beers, the hot sauce.
Oh, yeah. The hot sauce, yeah.
A hot stout. Ooh, that would be actually pretty good.
So, yeah. So they're calling it a Sriracha hot stout beer. 5.7%.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna have to check that out. We get a fair amount of Rogue distributed here. I think I'm gonna go to my local craft beer store and check that
You
out.
guys? That's the hot sauce.
I seen it over there, and yeah, see that? It's a very popular hot sauce, of course.
Yeah,
Very
it
much.
is. Oh, yeah.
I seen it over there. I remember it being a little pricey at Total Wine,
Okay.
and so I didn't want to spend that much.
Yeah, he said this guy said he paid $14 for a bomber. Ooh,
Yeah.
That's kind of out of my comfort zone. If I
Yeah,
can find a bomber for under $10, I'm pretty happy with it.
right.
Over 10, I'm like, ooh, it better be good.
Right, yeah, and that's just it. Like you buy, you know that. I was in
You
one
know,
of
when I
those.
was drinking wine, I could go to Trader Joe's and get $2 chuck for $2.50. And it was decent wine. But
Yeah,
$14 for a bomber, it's like, oh.
Yeah, I was definitely more just wanting to get a good 12 pack of something, and that's the equivalent of a good 12 pack of something. So
Yeah.
it's like, no, I'll pass it up. But
That's like a 35 pack of Limerita, isn't it? No, maybe not.
you know what, Limerita's a little pricey sometimes
It's
too.
that ABV you're paying for the alcohol.
Yeah, because it's and that's for those little 8-ounce cans too. And
Yeah.
I think you're given how many come in there? Is it 10 coming in a pack or something?
Might be, yeah.
But for that little pack, I think you're given $12, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but there's a lot of alcohol in that too, so.
It's like 2 regular buds in
Right.
each one. Yeah.
I mean, buzz factor.
Yeah.
yeah. No,
Buds for bucks.
yeah, because that's why a lot of people are buying it. Quite frankly, and a lot of ladies like it. I know that. I've seen some men have to go back in line because they saw me with some Limerita. Oh, we need to get some of that. And yeah, you're gonna get whatever she wants. Trust me.
Yeah.
She lets you drink the beer you're drinking.
Only because you have permission.
Yeah.
Temporary permission.
Yeah. Yeah, we could thump our chest and roar all we want to, but
When the foot goes down, the beer
Mhm.
gets put back on the bar.
Yeah, because it's only guys like me that are without something like that get to buy what they really want to buy, and then when it is truly your choice, you're like, maybe next time I just want to buy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, then you still end up passing on the Sriracha beer because
You have to think of the SAF when you're out at the beer bar with a significant other. The spousal approval factor.
Oh, there we
How
go.
is it going to settle?
Yeah.
You
Yeah, let me see. There's oh wait, AB InBev exclusive beer marketer for House of Cards. Ooh, House of Cards. Okay.
Oh, the House of Cards beer?
Yeah, is there a House of Cards beer?
No, did I see that you finished the whole 3rd season?
I did.
Oh,
By
man.
complete accident. I'm so sorry. But you know what's kind of cool about it? You know what's kind of cool about it is you feel like you have all the power because you can just like totally wreck someone's world. You know what I'm saying?
We're through episode 5, but I can't watch any this week because Pam's out this week, and she said before she left, she's like, "You can't watch any until I get back." I'm like, "Oh, God."
Yeah.
Guess I gotta wait till Friday night.
And it's all you think about. You're like, see, I could have been watching an episode
Yeah,
now. I You know what I'm
I
saying?
could had the little PIP down here in the bottom of the screen. I could have been watching
Yeah.
Frank.
And then you think, well, I could watch it. She really wouldn't know. I could
She
kind of
really wouldn't.
fake it. Yeah.
But then you watch it
Right.
again, you'd be like, oh.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'll just watch Walking Dead because she doesn't
Yeah.
like Walking Dead. So
Yeah. Women fake orgasms, not men. Right?
No,
You can't fake.
no, there is no faking.
There's no faking, man.
We need visual evidence. And it's pretty easy.
Barrick's face was priceless, man.
He's like, he's got a case of the vapors.
Oh, man, that's
Okay.
hilarious.
Back
Yeah.
to the beer.
But it's, let me see.
I do have to go, guys. I gotta eat.
Okay.
Peace, brother. I'll see you next week.
All right,
See ya,
man. Peace out.
Take care.
Yeah, we're about out of here too.
Mhm.
I just wanted to see this House of Cards deal. What
Oh, a House
Does
of
it-
Cards beer. That's good.
if they have a House of Cards? No, I don't think they do. Let's see.
I have
InBev.
to get a
Anheuser-
12-pack before the weekend then.
It says Anheuser-Busch InBev is linked. Oh, has inked a deal to be the exclusive beer marketer for Netflix's new season of House of Cards. So that's what it is.
Oh, okay. All right. So they're the only ones that get to use House of Cards in their ads, basically, for beer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or product placement or whatever. Yeah, but they.
When Frank wants to get Taiwan on, he drinks Bud.
Yeah, Francis. Yeah, when he
Francis.
ties one on there. Yeah, I don't really see any other good, interesting. Man, that headline had me. I thought maybe they had a House of Cards. That's got to be next, right? That series is big enough.
Yeah, but you gotta wonder. I mean, I'm only 5 into season 3, and I'm like, okay, he's president. Maybe. Well, I saw you posted. You said the ending was good. I'm like, well, there's got to be something else because he's already at the top. So all he's doing now is trying to maintain power, whereas the first 2 seasons are all about him doing whatever is necessary to move up the ladder. Well, now he's at the top rung.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna ruin it.
Okay.
Man. It's
Unless you want. Okay, yeah, don't.
it's
I'll finish it up this weekend, I'm sure.
yeah. No, Ruben already commented and said, "Don't you dare talk about."
I agree, Ruben.
Big letters in big font. He was like,
Yeah.
and that's what I started laughing, and I go, you have all the power when you finish the season, and someone else has it.
Yeah.
You can just totally wreck their world. But
Yeah.
no, it kind of maybe around episode 5 or so. Maybe that next couple of 2 or 3 episodes aren't really that kind of great. They're just keeping you hung in there, but you really get the vibe of, I think.
Okay, so the last part of the season is better than the first part?
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought it finished well, predictable.
Okay.
By the time you get there, it's predictable, but I thought it finished well. I'll be interested to hear what you think on the
Okay.
next show.
Yeah, I'll probably. I don't know if I'll get through. Well, was there 13 episodes this season?
13, yeah.
Okay, so that means we got to watch 8 between Friday and Sunday. Well, we could do it. Yeah, we could do it.
It's
I'm just planning it. I gotta mark in my calendar. Maybe I'll take part of a day off on Friday and.
I didn't even plan on it. It just kind of snuck up on me. I was like, okay. So I got off work Saturday. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then I did a little walk, went and did all that, and then I slept. And then what happened was I woke up so early, and I needed 2 more
Uh-oh.
episodes to finish Bates Motel. So I finished Bates Motel season
Okay.
2.
All right.
I still have to watch season 3, but I finished that. And Bates Motel's okay. It kind of depends if you like Psycho or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
So I finished that, and then I was like, So I said, well, let me just watch the recap. I'm sorry, I said the trailer, but it was the recap. They have a recap. where you get caught up. So I watched that. That's about 2 minutes, and I'm like, Okay, let me watch just the first episode. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 12 hours later, you're like, damn, I'm done.
Yeah. So I ended up, Sunday. I went, I watched another episode, and I said, no, I better get my walk in. You know what I'm saying? So I went on my walk. I did 8 miles, took in 2 hours, which is
Wow, that's like you got like 15 or 16,000 steps then.
yeah, it was
That's
a little over,
sweet. Yeah,
definitely over 16,000.
that's good.
So it was a really good walk. You know, stretched, came back stretched, did some push-ups, sit-ups.
Uh-huh.
You know, cleaned up, hydrated.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I'm sitting there, and I'm usually pretty drained at that point, you know, but you feel better, and you know, so
Yeah.
let me get in another episode while I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
And you know how that mode is, Mark. You're a little exhausted, you know. You're sitting there, and I go really early on Sunday, so I was done by 9. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm out there while it's still dark, you know.
Yeah.
And so it was 9. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I could finish this whole damn thing if I want. You know what I'm saying?
Sure enough.
That's what I did.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Well, good.
So,
Yeah. We watched 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday. I'm like, come on, I gotta watch more. She's like, no, I'm leaving. I'm out of town this week. I'm like, oh damn.
yeah.
Oh well. Okay.
Well, when she gets back, who knows, man? Maybe you're like the guy in the pizza commercial where have you seen that one where they're what do you call that? Binge watching when they're.
Yes.
Have you seen that one?
No, but yeah, I think we probably will finish it up this weekend. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's the first time I think that I've actually watched. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't want to say that. It might not be true. When it first releases, I watched the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It might
Which
not
is
be.
kind of, when you think about it, it's kind of silly because it's on there anyway. It's not like it's going away in a week. So why watch all 13 in 3 days or 2 days or whatever? You've got all year. So now you're finished and you're like, okay, only 360 days until season 4. And you start marking it off on the wall, you know, like you're in prison. It's like.
Well, what ends up happening to me is I end up watching half or 5 episodes in, like you are, and then like in some of my podcasts I listen to, they've already finished it, and they're playing spoiler, and I'm like, no, you know what I'm saying? And you try to fast forward, and you don't fast forward enough, and you hear it, and you're like, no, you know what I'm saying? So
I've been conscientiously avoiding the ones I listen to. Like normally during the work day, you know, when I'm sitting in the office working, I've been avoiding those podcasts until I finish up.
See, I didn't want to be that guy. I didn't want to be trying to avoid stuff because I know, you know.
I listened to enough, so I just switched my emphasis to other ones, or just music.
Okay, Mark, I better let you go, man.
Yeah.
Take it easy, brother. Thanks, man.
Have a good week. Maybe see you Sunday. All right.
Bye.
Later. Bye.